Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Tarot Spinning. And today we're going into, this is the how-to, and today's how-to we're going to look at the Suit of Pentacles. So with the Suit of Pentacles, they are governed by the earth signs. So that's Capricorn, Virgo, and Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo, same in order, but that's all good. And that's the energy of the pentacle suit, is the earth signs. And the pentacles usually represent, with the earth signs, they can represent abundance, money, general wealth, anything to do with the abundance side of life or the career side of life. So anyway, let's just jump in. First card we've got is the Ace of Pentacles, the 2, the 3 and the 4. So with the Ace of Pentacles, when I look at the Ace of Pentacles, like all the aces in this particular deck, it's divine intervention. It's virtually like it's coming from spirit. This opportunity is coming towards you, and being an ace, it's the beginning of something. It's something new coming in. And this is something being offered to you as the hand's holding that coin in it, which is the pentacle. And you also, down the bottom of the card, you always see the hedge, and there's a gateway, like a new path and a new, it's something new, something new's about to come or about to start. So that's what the ace is to do with, is being the beginning of something. And it can be an offer of a job, an offer of, you could get free rent, you could get all sorts of things that helps you on your path towards or with your career. You could get a promotion, lots of all that sort of chat. And we'll jump on to the Two of Pentacles. With the Two of Pentacles in this particular deck, you see the ocean in the background with the waves, and there's the boats up and the boat going down. And of course he's got the balancing of these pentacles in his hands, and he's trying to juggle and balance things up. So with the Two of Pentacles, with this particular deck, it always comes into that feeling of, you're not really got no money and you've not got heaps of money. You've just sort of got the money, like mostly just trying to balance it out. You're just trying to get things to even out. You're trying to get ahead. Another bill, something comes in, the car breaks down, whatever. And things tend to be a bit of juggling going on. And it's not really looking at up or down. It's just looking at a bit of juggling going on around that. Trying to balance out the money or the abundance or the financial side of things. Then we jump onto the Three of Pentacles. And with the Three of Pentacles, this is a couple, and they've got a craftsman here. And even that looks like a church, and it's a priest marrying somebody, which sometimes it can feel like that when you look at it in a reading. This couple have got their bit of a blueprint and their bit of a plan there, and they're actually getting this guy. He's doing home improvements. He's doing... they're investing their money into the property to make it worth more money. So it's sort of that sort of vibe. So the Three of Pentacles is also always to do with increase or increasing your money on some level. So depending how it sits in the reading, like we'll get into all the scenarios down the track, but when it sits in the reading, depending what's around it and what's with it, it can depict investing your money into something that makes it grow or expands that money or expands the opportunities. And if it's not just money, it can be expanding the opportunities to do with work, or putting in extra hours to get a promotion at work, and all that can be all under that sort of that level. Then we go to the Four of Pentacles, and with the Four of Pentacles, he's got his feet on two coins, a coin on his head because he's thinking about money all the time, and he's holding a coin with his hands wrapped around under and over. So with this one, it depends where it's sitting in the reading again, but it's usually the feeling of he's quite well dressed, he's got a crown on his head, so he's quite balanced and quite well off. He's not worried about having money, but he seems to be hanging on to it. So it can be a little bit of the card of the miser, the Scrooge, a little bit of that energy. But it also can be sitting and looking after your money and being sensible with what, you're being sensible with not spending or not splashing it round. And sometimes it can be an increase, because 4 is a foundation, because there's the 4 corners of anything in all these tarot. The 4 is a foundation, so it can be a better standing or increased money or increased opportunities with your income or your money, or your financial affairs could be increasing or laying a foundation down to start something off, like the 3 is now turning into the 4. 3 is putting the improvements into the home. The 4 would be when the home's finished, how much more money it's worth now because the improvements have been done. This is just examples, of course, but just telling you, of course, I didn't say it at the beginning of the video, but this is my opinion on these cards, of course, is a little bit of textbook and a fair bit of just what I think. So just in case anyone's wondering if I'm, teaching it by the letter, no. We're going to 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and 8. So with the 5 shows people and they're in the snow, barefoot, injured, a leg, they're on crutches, and the church and the coins are up there on the stained glass window. So this card always comes in, and it's to do with being left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, feeling... it just feels like you're being ripped off. It really feels like that sort of feeling. And this card can also sometimes mean ghosting somebody, to be abandoned and to be left out in the cold. It can be somebody that's ghosting you or has you've been ghosted. So it's got that feeling. And sometimes it's just to do with being always behind the 8 ball and never getting ahead of the money or never getting on top of it. Always having to fight and juggle. You'd have that and the 2 of Pentacles beside each other. That'd be always having to battle to pay your bills and get ahead of anything. And a bit of bad luck with and around money. So it's a little bit, but it's a changing energy, so it's not a solid thing. It's always just, it could be just a time frame that it's happening for, because 5's a very changeable energy. It's very erratic. So then we go on to the 6. And the 6 of Pentacles is giving and or receiving money. So here, this quite well-dressed man, he's got his hand out. There's people here beside him that are less, a little bit poor. And he's just dropping the coins to them and into their hands. So they're gratefully there, sitting there, taking that money. So with the 6 of Pentacles in a read, it can mean things have come round and you've had good luck, or you've had good fortune, or you've got lucky, and you've got enough money to be able to hand it round and divvy it out. And the little set of scales here in his hand, it seems to come into a balance of when to give and when to receive, and who is worthy of receiving and giving this money to. There's a bit of that in that card. It's quite a positive card. It's always like it's a bit of a victory with money. You've either got enough to be able to give it around, or you're about to be given, someone or something's about to give you all this money and offer it to you. So you can be kneeling or you can be standing in this card. 7 of Pentacles, it's the farmer's card. So this is the effort going in behind the scenes. This is ploughing the paddock, planting the seeds. This is the textbook theory on this one. Planting the seeds, and you're tending the crops and working all the time and looking after the money and the investment and the time you're putting into a new business and all that. It's the farmer's card. So you're waiting for your harvest to come. Your money's not ready to be picked quite yet there, but you're resting on your, like your shovel or whatever you've got there, trowel, whatever it is. You're resting on it, so that means that it's just about time to reap the rewards. So whatever you've been doing is building and growing and going in the right direction. Then we go to the 8 of Pentacles. Well, the 8 of Pentacles is about the master and the apprentice. So the mastery of something to do with your abundant side. It can be creativity, because he's going and learning a trade to be able to go out and perform the trade and earn an income from it. He's maybe got an interest in something that he's decided to go into a course, so he's got a ticket and he can go ahead and charge money and go around and fix people's whatever, like as this one looks, it shows him fixing or making this coin. But it also can be you're the teacher and you teach other people how to become something. This can be the teacher's card as well, being the 8. And it's quite a good solid balance. You're raising your vibration with this card because you're learning or you're teaching, you're giving or you're taking on some level, but it's all to do with building yourself up and building up your abundance, your money, your wealth, your prosperity, and all that blah blah. So that's them. Now we'll get on to the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the Page, and the Knight. There's the dog sneaking around in the background somewhere there. So, 9 of Pentacles. Well, the 9 of Pentacles is a beautiful card. She's quite flamboyant. She's dressed in, you know, quite nice clothing. She's got the falcon on her hand. She's quite well off. This is the card of a windfall. Money just falls in your lap. It's a lucky break. It's a lucky situation where the money just comes in easily. You haven't done much. You know, weird scenario, but you could go somewhere and buy something off a second-hand stall and then find out a few weeks later that it's worth a few $1,000s. It's like a lucky break and a lucky situation, and it's having money to throw around and splash about and having that little bit of more money than you usually have, or being quite well off with the money that you're quite comfortable and you're not even looking or thinking about it because you've got a fair bit of it around you. And we go to the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is to do with the family, and it's more to do with the family home, the inheritance. It's enough money's being made or enough money's being generated to provide money for future generations or for families. It's like legacy and all that sort of feel. So the 10 of Pentacles is quite big, and it's a lot of times it's to do with inheritance. So it's somebody's they're finally passed, and now the money's flowing back down into the family, and whoever's passed away, or grandma, whoever, grandpa, and the money's being inherited by the family, and all their wealth and income and whatever they'd accumulated all goes down and flows to their family. But it's quite a good positive omen for money, and it's good solid money. It's a good foundation. Then we go to the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is an opportunity. Usually he's offering you an opportunity, and it's news and information, because the page always usually brings in energy and messages. He's the symbol of somebody could ring up and offer you a job. Somebody could ring up and offer you, you can rent this shed for half price until your business gets going, or, it could be bartering and swapping and coming and going. Or you just hear some news that, oh, so-and-so is looking for someone. You ring up and you've landed yourself a great job that you didn't expect. It's just that energy coming in, where there's usually text, phone call, email, letters. There's usually a message coming with it. And as I say, the page walks in, the knight gallops in. Well, this knight, his horse just swaggers in. He's a bit slow moving, the Knight of Pentacles, but he's extremely solid. He's on that really thick, solid horse, and he's a good omen, and he's a relentless pursuit of the hard work that would go into getting somewhere. He's not actually moving, he's standing still on this horse. As you see in some of the horses, they're galloping in. This horse is sitting and sort of holding on to this money, but they're working out how to invest it. If I save now, I can put a deposit down and get, and they're not, it's not a rushing energy, but it's a fairly calculated thinking energy. So there's a lot of smarts to it. There's a lot of thinking behind the scenes that go on there with the Knight of Pentacles. But he is movement and energy coming in around your money, but it's very solid and it's very methodically thought out. There's no rushing around with him. He's steady as. And then we go on to the last two guys, which is the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So with the Queen of Pentacles, she's sitting there and she's nursing the coin on her lap like it's a baby. Just checking how much time I had left. And it's usually to do with when the Queen of Pentacles is in the reading, she's to do with a beauty treatment, perfume, a day at the hairdressers, going and buying new outfits, having more money than usual, and being fairly confident with being able to just go and spend it and not really have to think too much about it. You've got the money's quite good, and she's a good omen for positive. That energy's coming in, or that energy is already there, but she's always a good omen when you see her in the reading. She's if she's a person, she's very warm, very mothering, very nurturing, very earth, that earth energy. So she's very, make you a cuppa, cook you a meal, look after you, just that mothering vibe. And then the King of Pentacles, well, the King is, he's the top of that deck. So at the end of the day, he's sitting there, he's looking down, sort of disinterested. He's got that disinterested look on his face, like he's half going to sleep. And he's just got money, and he's got all this, a bit like the Queen. She's usually got all the harvest, like all the fruits and the flowers on the vine are up above her. He's got it all round his feet. So he's made it. He's solid as with the money. He's the top of the game. In an abstract vibe, if he's not a male, like the boss, the parent, the boss of something, the leader, the CEO, the top of the chain, he's big business, banking, all that. And he's a good omen. When he comes in, he's just a good solid omen that things are sitting good, they're going to be solid. Or if he's a person, he's usually an earth sign, or he's a down-to-earth person in the sense that he's very, very unassuming. He's a little bit flamboyant, but not nothing like the King of Cups or anything. But yeah. Anyway, they're the King and the Queen. They're quite good, positive omens to have in the read, and that's it for the Pentacles. We'll catch you all again, and we'll start on the Major Arcana next week. So thanks for hanging out. Bye, guys.